Tiger Claw. Tiger Claw.
Gotta get back on track.
There's no audio on this Twitch stream. Oh no, there's no audio on the Twitch stream. How you doing?
Are we on now?
Yeah.
Oh, I like this.
Oh, I like this.
This is fabulous.
See? That.
Okay, we're good. I love it.
The two ones over there. Which is right there.
What a fabulous setup, Esgee.
Face is fabulous.
This may be your best one yet.
You're my best one yet.
Oh boy.
Wait, what does that mean?
I don't want to know what that means, Esgee. I'm so excited to be here. Oh my gosh, I really like this setup.
Oh, you're so simply, easily.
I am, Esgee. But
this. Don't fall. There we go. There we go.
oh, this is Esgee perfection. Ow, Esgee, that hurt.
Alright, let me.
You got your You got your phone charged?
Hi, woman. I'm concentrating.
Article.
I'm fascinating right now.
Is this good? Do I need to touch this?
You need to touch something.
Do I need to touch this microphone?
Hold on a second. Talking to my phone. Talk in the microphone.
Oh, hello, everyone. So this is good. You need a headset? Oh my gosh. You know what, Esgee?
Nope.
I gotta tell you.
Don't tell me.
This is making life so much easier for me. It is all about me, you know?
Yeah.
That I'm pretty sure I should be able to do this weekly.
Whatever.
That's my hope.
I don't care.
I want to get back on top, Esgee.
You be getting on top all the time, baby.
Esgee.
Alright, so where is this going? That's going there. What? Where is that? Oh, I know where it's going. And that's going there. Alright. Hello. Alright. That's it.
Fabulous.
Alright. We ready?
Oh my gosh, this is so comfortable.
Your face is comfortable.
Perfect height, Esgee. Perfect.
Oh. So many keyboards.
So this doesn't even turn on?
No, it causes too much heat.
That's only when you're working you use it? Or not even?
Yeah.
Got like 50... you got 2 extra monitors down there?
Yeah, and the TV. And then another TV. I got mad screen, son.
Are you going to use all those monitors, Esgee?
I'm gonna use... I have other monitors somewhere. Where's it?
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
missing some monitors.
Are you really?
One. I have another one that's like that, but it's... Oh, right here.
Was that a Pickers? That was a Pickers
That's
stream
a
out of the
Pickers.
garbage?
That's a Pickers.
Oh, hey, Esgee, start the show. Oh, the music's not.
Hello! Oh, wait, let me see if there's a better song. Hold on, go next thing. Nope.
I like that. Ooh. That's
Yo!
good.
Yeah. Oh, you get at it. Oh, I'ma eat from the top like an Esgee. That might be racist. I pace my flow. I pace my flow and I salivate all of the microphone. Yo, you like how I flow? My style is real wild. I'ma do it every time like Destiny Child. Used to be nice, now Beyonce is whack. Just like PS4 is knack.
Okay.
2.
Help.
What up, y'all? It's the R9Cast, the official blind dish Chicago Crystal Super Joke Show for Reservoir9.com, representing allgames.com. I am a Stephen D. Gibson.
Hey everybody, it's Bridget. I figured it was about time that I make an appearance and say hello. I certainly wouldn't want you guys forgetting about me.
Don't bang on the desk.
And it starts. And I certainly never ever have forgotten about you. Esgee has been working like an army of people to make the studio bigger, better.
She likes it bigger.
Fabulous.
She likes it fabulous.
And you know, again, growing pains of trying to grow and representing all games properly along with all of our other I call them showmates on all the other shows. So we are R9 Cast. Esgee and I are married. For those of you that have never tuned into us, and thus for that reason, you may find a very whimsical banter.
Whimsical? What does that mean?
A whimsical banter.
Whimsical? You sure it's whimsical?
It's all
whimsical, maybe.
It's all
whimsical. Never heard that word. I never heard of whimsical.
I'm telling you that my speech is off. I'm writing backwards.
Check out my whimsical flow. If that's a combination of musical and whimsical.
Why is your chair higher than mine, Esgee?
Because I'm short. No, because I put wheels on this one.
But how?
And that one's broken.
We'll seize my neck up in the air.
Well, guess what? Even if you're higher, your neck's still gonna be broken. You want a pillow? You want to stay on a pillow?
No, it's good.
You want to put the pillow on your booty?
No, actually, I'm good. I just will read chat sporadically. Esgee. So, also, one of the things I am going to pimp at the start of the show is for you guys to check out Esgee on Mixer. We're streaming right now on Mixer. But Esgee has been working here day after day, night after night. He's streaming, doing different various things, whether he is playing a video game, working, doing art, working on projects for our production company. So he is nonstop. And what he has done, which it's not necessarily a new concept, but I think it's fabulous. He plays his original music on Mixer while he's working in the studio. And we're seeing that people are really enjoying it.
What up, Rafa? Rafa is the super magician music. He's the whimsical. No, I'm saying it right.
Whimsical.
He's the whimsical programmer dude with the brain cells pouring out. He go like bing, 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 and then brain cell and code falls out.
And you will also, you'll also see Esgee, you know, in the throes of creating music for the video game that
What's it called? What's it called?
Oh no. I know too. True story.
She don't know.
I do know, but I don't know.
If you knew, you wouldn't be sitting here.
I'm all red now.
Trust me, I know it. You sound like Trump. Trust me. Trust me.
I wanted to do a good impression.
I can't do it.
Because day after day I watch you, and now I'm nervous. Oh my gosh. Esgee, pimp it. What's the game in motion?
Oh, we got
Game in
Junkie
motion.
T is the game.
Oh my gosh,
It just got controller support, son. Y'all don't know about that because y'all ain't testing it like us. I still gotta send Brian the controller. I have a controller for him. I need to send him. Here it is.
It's not like you don't have a means to send it to him,
Esgee. The controller is the Xbox 360 controller because it's good and so it has a nice long wire, and that's really kind of the thing about it for testing purposes. I'll just use my old Xbox One controller and put a whatchamacallit on it. Problem with that is I think
a whatchamacallit?
Whatchamacallit? You gotta put a mini USB on it to PC it up. I think. Maybe my new PC might be able to do wireless because it's new enough. It might have the wireless built in. I don't know, don't matter, don't care. So today is today is episode 343.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You know what 343 is?
No, Esgee. I will now in one moment. You will tell me.
I started too high.
I do know that on July 1st, which was yesterday, while Esgee is singing this lovely hymn, Gregorian chant, Canada was 150 years old, you guys. This is absolutely wonderful. 150 years old and growing. Go Maple Leaf. Go Maple Leaf.
I gotta turn those off. That's what
now I just have to get Esgee
343
to go to a hockey game.
is the Halo Studio, yo.
Oh, of course I wouldn't know.
So this is the very
this
special episode because the Halo. Alright, we got nothing. Halo.
Okay. There is a couple of things.
How old is America? Go back to Cuba, Tiger Claw. Don't be talking about how old is America.
Wait, it's 200 and oh my gosh.
I can't do math. 1776. Do the math.
Time goes so fast.
217
19,
plus 24.
Get the calculator.
217 plus 24. There you go. And that's how 42. Is that 42?
240.
I don't know. Who cares? Doesn't matter.
Hi, Tiger Claw.
Canada is not old enough to do anything.
It's its infancy
They're
stage.
still under the thumb of the Queen. And you know what I was thinking about?
What is she?
How to do Bridget accent. This is how you do Bridget accent. Whimsical.
I make up words. We know this. We know that I make up words.
British accents. And one way to do it, I was 1 year off. One way to do it is
241.
Well, it's 242 on Tuesday coming up. Anyway,
wow.
Or maybe it's not. I don't know.
It went so fast. I remember the 200th anniversary.
Right? 41 years ago, you remember the 200th anniversary? In 1976, you remember the 200th anniversary. That's what you just said.
Oh, I just remember the bicentennial, because, you know, I'm a history buff. So the 200 comes up. Oh, yeah. Canada is a newbie.
Anyway,
Tiger Claw.
how to do a British accent. Quick tutorial.
Is that something you studied this week?
Nah, it's something I thought of. Speak softly. And then try to do a British accent. Do a British accent like, oi, how you doing, governor, right? You
That's
do it soft,
fresh.
right? Hi, oi, how you doing, governor? Hello. How are you? Actually, it's all about the vowels.
Sure.
A-E-I-O-U.
I tell you, you know something that
A-E-I-O.
you're much better than I am by far. You do a good Stallone.
You do a good Stallone.
You did a good He Who Shall Not Be Named Bill Cosby. But we try to, and you still kind of look like Eddie Murphy, but now I don't think Eddie Murphy will ever grow one of these out.
Anyway.
Yeah. So what's going to be going on, you guys, in your lives for the 4th of July? Do we have some family outing?
Don't blow yourself up.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
They started a party here quite early in our neighborhood.
Party.
And I always think, wow, you know.
You don't always think.
I never stop thinking. The amount of money, though, that these companies make, and for, I mean.
What do you mean these companies?
Because I don't know. I think there's one company I thought I knew the name of, but no, the fireworks companies, they make so much money, like their money for the year and then some, selling the amount of fireworks that they sell. But yesterday, Esgee, last night, it sounded like there was some illegal stuff going on in our neighborhood, because honestly, it sounded like people were burying dynamite in the dirt and blowing it up. That's what it sounded like to me, anyway. Of course, I didn't go outside to check it out or to see. I'm
glad you know what very dynamite explosions.
I do. I watched the old westerns.
Oh, yeah, that's a good representation of stuff.
And Roadrunner. Yeah.
Roadrunner.
So yes, everybody, a very big hearty welcome to the All Games Network. There's a show for every single person on this network, and not only that, this really is the best network. I don't know if it's the best network.
You say this too much. Stop pumping.
Because it hasn't sold out to the bigger.
Because we haven't had a big enough offer to sell out.
But I love.
Give Scott $1 billion. He'd be like, all games are sold. Sorry.
I absolutely love the non-selling out
He
part.
would sell it so quick. He'd be like, yo, I could get so many more Nitro Pod buses with this money.
Or, you know, and just love the integrity of the network.
Come on, son. This is business. This is business.
Well, you can say it however you like.
Honestly, you know what? I'm going to take that back.
I'm big on integrity.
I think Well, no. If you give Skyrim, he'll take for $1 billion. But I'm just saying he'll keep it because it's kind of sentimental. That's the word for him because G4 and all this stuff.
Well, and sooner or later we may very well moving on up.
Listen, if it hasn't happened the way it's going now, it's not going to happen the way it's going now. We need to make moves.
Well, who's to say?
As individuals, and then not jump ship like some people that I don't want to mention.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Collectively.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Well,
when we blow up, though, all games blow up. That's how that works.
Esgee is awesome. I hate to admit to it and to say that he is, but he works so hard at this.
Why is Twitch chat broke, yo?
You have a brand new computer. Shouldn't it be supporting all of this?
It has nothing to do with the computer.
Not that you have, all these screens.
You talk a lot of things
that I know nothing about. I'm asking the questions.
You're getting the answers.
It's thinking. It hasn't stopped thinking.
Games.
Because Lumi's likes.
Oh, all games network video.
Likes Twitch.
I know. Network video. Sorry.
So now exactly what's going on right now? Hypothetically, Esgee. No, just. And so why didn't you?
Whoa.
Why didn't you do that to the beginning?
Why don't you?
Just be quiet. Mind your business.
Why didn't you do that for the beginning?
I know all your.
You know what I'm about to say?
I know all your.
Why don't you do? Okay, see, that's unnecessary.
Oh my goodness.
Shut it.
So right now, Esgee.
Oh my gosh.
We're streaming on Twitch.
Dibba.
Are we streaming on YouTube?
Yeah.
Are we streaming on Mixer? And what else?
Streaming on your mama's dentures.
My mama has serious pearly whites.
Your daddy's scalp.
Oh my god. Yeah, his little bald scalp. You said it. I didn't.
Exactly.
I do.
When he come through the internet and little girl smacks you like, oh, there you go. That's what for all the years I never smacked you in the face.
Oh my god.
For all the years that you deserved the beating and you didn't get beaten. There you go, little girl.
Like all children, there were times, yes, I deserved a good smacking. That's for sure. Hey, Esgee.
Why?
I know that, and that's why I kind of picked it, that VR is kind of... What? Hello?
No, go ahead.
VR has kind of been off topic lately, etc., but... I found something that I thought was interesting that I wanted to kind of go over this week. And some of you may already know this, and that's fine, but I thought it was worthy of mentioning on the show. So there's a new company called Varjo, V-A-R-J-O. So it's a new startup company. And the people that are involved in this are folks that used to work for Nokia, folks that used to work for Microsoft. And what they're trying to do is to fix VR's biggest problem. Don't read my news that I work so hard on.
Well, Microsoft owns Nokia.
I understand. But in this case, it didn't always, and of course it has merged. But so, of course... So
they still work for Microsoft, or they're just separate?
They now...
Does Microsoft own Vojo or Flojo, whatever you just called it?
No.
Varjo.
Varjo is... To my understanding, Varjo is independently owned.
Your understanding.
With former employees of Nokia and Microsoft. Mm-hmm. So basically, the biggest issue number one, is they want to tackle resolution. So probably one of the biggest problems, right?
Yeah, you know which headset has the lowest resolution in the VR?
Why?
PSVR has the lowest resolution.
Oh my gosh,
and according to what you just said... It's a problem.
So, however, progress on this is a bit slow, right? Because the VR headsets, they're at the mercy of the advances of technology. Yeah. Display technology. There's no, advances. Look, this phone is 1080p screen, right? Right?
So they can make us, but they can do it. It's about money. It's about the cost of the technology.
Here's
not about the actual technology.
What they're looking to do, right, is to slash the waiting time by using a clever crossing of existing hardware and carefully executed software as well. And so the name of the company is Varjo. And they want to make a physical product. Okay, so that's nothing new. That's not like, new news or anything. But however, what they want to do, they want to make it capable of both virtual and augmented reality. Mm-hmm. And what is actually going to set it apart is they are referring to this as the human eye resolution. So
what resolution is that?
It's going to be 70 times the clarity of any VR headset. It's going to offer resolution in the very center of the screen, and it's going to be good enough to hide individual pixels.
Don't look at me.
Oh, am I looking at you?
You're talking to the microphone. Microphone's there.
Oh, hello, microphone.
Well,
hi. But so the display, and this is where they're different. Oh, I got it. I don't need to look at you. The display is also going to mimic how our human vision works in general. So this is kind of an interesting thing.
VR Joe, a real American visible company. VR Joe is there.
If you do want to look it up, there's more info on this.
VR Joe.
But I found this to be,
VR Joe is there.
Interesting.
Fighting for freedom wherever there's trouble over on PS4 is garbage. VR Joe is there.
How are you singling? How is he singling out right off the get-go?
VR Joe.
Oh, look, Esgee. That's what you click on that, Esgee. Click on that. How'd you get those up there? Yeah. Well, so there was a couple of things that only the way that Esgee can that I kind of am in topics I was interested in today. I have a couple more of my own, but basically the first one I think that would be really fabulous, Esgee, for us to talk about is how the Japanese video games have in essence made a comeback here in 2017, and some of the whys behind that and some of the surprises behind that. According to this article, and that is because, even people in the industry making the Japanese games, from what I've read, they thought it was just, whoops, going totally down. So this article, which just came out like 2 days ago, is basically stating some of the whys and why there is, in fact, a resurgence. I can't speak. A resurgence of the Japanese video games doing better. So Esgee, I'm going to let you kind of go over some of that and talk about it so we can ask you questions.
Oh, Amanda Boy, don't read it?
You want me to read it?
No.
2009,
KJ, when he said he looked at the Tokyo Game Show and he's like, oh man, Japan's over, our game industry is done. Blah, blah, blah. Now, 2017, Tokyo Game Show, as it comes, is coming, blah, blah, blah. All these games are here. Final Fantasy 15, Resident Evil 7, Gravity Rush 2. Gravity Rush 2, really? Is that it?
Esgee, I cannot understand you.
That wasn't all that, okay?
I can't understand you.
You don't have to understand me. The listeners have to understand me.
Well, I don't think they're understanding you.
They can understand me. You don't watch Twitch. You don't watch Mixer. You don't know how we talk. Us streamers, though.
All right.
Us streamers, though.
I'm not one of the cool people. I get it.
You know that. You know that's
I'm not
right.
one of the cool people. Sorry. Okay. All right. Whatever. Go.
Persona 5. I'll give you that. Nier Automata. I'll give you that. Yakuza 0. Yes. Neo. No. Neo came and went with the swiftness. Who's talking about Neo right now? Nobody. You know why? Because it wasn't that good. It was okay. It was triple B. Alright? And if triple B is the high bar for Japanese gaming industry, Japanese gaming industry is in trouble. I know.
They're getting
Hatsune Miike, Project Diva, Future Tone. Nobody cares about that in America except for Weeaboos or whatever you go. Legend of the Wild. Okay, I give you that one too.
But that's Nintendo doing Nintendo with Skyrim or whatever.
But look at Persona 5.
Why don't you look at Persona 5? You ever gonna play a game like that? No. So, and it's all right.
But I'm just saying,
Monster Hunter World. Okay.
For numbers purposes, it sold 1.5 million.
Stop. Here's the thing.
Here we go.
Here's the thing. While Japan was kicking dirt, kicking rocks, playing, doing whatever they were doing, Bethesda was putting out games like Skyrim, son. First it was Oblivion, right? Then you're like, Skyrim, hey, it has its flaws, right? But still is probably still one of the best, fantasy type games. You
were tough on Skyrim, and you didn't play it nearly to the degree I thought you were going to play it.
I finished the story in
but
Skyrim.
It was quick.
Breath of the Wild is a step in the right direction. Still has issues, still has problems. Not perfect. It's not a 10, which people are like, oh, Nintendo, I love it so much, so I'm gonna give it a 10, even though it doesn't deserve a 10. It's not a 10. I'll tell you that right now. It's good, not a 10. If you're a graphics whore, not a 10. If you care about systems and weapon systems and upgrades and all that stuff and equipment or inventory or something like that, not a 10. People are like, oh, you can climb anything. Okay, that's what gives it a 10? Nah. So yeah, there's a bias and there's a favoritism towards Nintendo stuff. So they're gonna get a pass regardless of what they do and what they say.
Okay.
Bethesda gets sort of a pass because of their games are clanky and clunky. And a little bit of charm in that, but that doesn't get a pass either. I don't think Skyrim is a 10 either. It's a 9 at most. At most. But there's clunk in there too.
And I remember
that The Witcher is higher than a Skyrim. That's not a 10 either because the combat was a little burnt, but it's a way better game. The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 is a way better game than Zelda and Skyrim and The Witcher 3 is the best RPG that exists right now on video games to date.
Hey,
period.
Esgee.
So I don't want to hear none. And because it's the combination of the world. It's the combination. The only problem with The Witcher is if they had the battle system locked down super tight, like, oh man, this is the best battle system, that game will be unstoppable. But other than that, the story, the side quests are even better than the main story. That game is bananas and y'all sleeping on it.
Hey, Esgee, isn't The Legend of Zelda over 20 years old?
Doesn't matter. That's not even part of this conversation. Who cares? Let's stay on topic. Stay on target.
Gosh.
Stay on target. All right? Get your targeting computer out because we staying on target. Now, Japanese games, just because they're having a, right now, I don't want to call it resurgence. I'll just say they're making good games again. Let's say that.
So they're asking, so what changed between 2009 and today? Boom, they're telling you the whys.
I don't need to read The Verge. This is from The Verge, by the way. I don't need to read The Verge. Who wrote this? It better not be Andrew Webster. I don't know. It doesn't matter what this person say.
What do you mean?
What I say.
Well, there's good stuff to... I can't see it now. You got rid of everything. Oh my gosh.
No. Well, unifies projects and embracing modern games without betraying the techniques that help launch Japan's most popular an abundance of creativity and willingness to take risks. Independent classic games.
Who can understand you?
This is a lot of words that don't mean. They're like, oh, be more creative. The willingness to take risks. No, how about you make a fighting system that's good, inventory system, a weapon system that isn't hot garbage. How about that? Make good graphics. Don't compromise on things because your system is weak. Your hardware is weak. So you can't do what you need to do. If you want to make a game at a certain caliber, you can't because you're making it on the 2600. Go ahead, make it. You might as well put Zelda on the 2600. Breath of the Wild 2600 version because you ain't got the power to make it good. Anyway. And the thing is that if you look at Japanese games, you got to look at the history of Japanese games. Like the first games. Pac-Man. I don't exactly know what the exact first game was, but you got Space Invaders.
But can you pause because see what it is, what it's trying to may I interject? What it is trying to say is Western games often favor immersion and spectacle, thrusting the players into worlds that are increasingly lifelike and trimming away gamey visual designs. Now, Japanese games, on the other hand, embrace their inherent mechanicalness. So it's not unusual to see the complex menus, reams of text-based dialogue, or arcade-like action in modern Japanese releases. And even me, who's basically nothing but a novice, I totally get that. I totally get like the two distinctions between Western games versus the Japanese footprint, SG. Okay.
Like I was saying, look at the history of Japanese video games. Where they started from. Let's take Yu Suzuki, for example. Right? I loved his games. Why? Because of what they're saying here. It was just gamey. It was a fun arcade game, you know. But the thing about Yu Suzuki's games is that they were gamey and arcadey, but they weren't Japanese. They were Western-style arcadey games. For instance, except for Space Harrier. That was a Japanese anime. He based that off a Japanese anime. But Outrun is like Cannonball Run, right? Afterburner is Top Gun. What other games? Thunderblade was Blue Thunder. You know what I'm saying? All American IPs, for lack of a better term, made by a Japanese company. Like Resident Evil is, yes, it's Capcom, and they made up the game, but the actual game itself right now, as it stands, Resident Evil 7 is like a horror game made by a Japanese company. So they're taking American flavors, if you will, American style, American whatever, making it, and I don't want to say adding their own little spin on it, because they're just kind of, they're doing what Yu Suzuki did back in the day, which is why his games were so dope for us, because we're like, yo, America, Afterburner's like Top Gun, then it, fire, fire, you know what I'm saying? So, as far as all this complex menus, first of all, many Japanese games, I'll agree with this guy, Andrew, or whatever his name is, their menus suck a lot. Now, I'm not saying Skyrim's menu is the best, but, you know, IU menu, that's tough. So that's tough for any game developer.
What else does this article
as far as the story stuff, it's hard to make a Japanese story. If you're going to make a game for Japan in Japanese, cultures are different. So if you make a Japanese game with Japanese sensibilities, it doesn't translate. That's why they have translation houses, and that's why it changes, and that's why it might not work in America a lot of the times. So
SG, what they're trying to convey versus you're saying their culture, kind of translating the intent behind the game into our culture and our language, that to a certain degree it gets lost in translation basically sometimes because the cultural differences, perhaps, is that
cultural differences. Japan is a different culture. They'll make different media.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you know, there's some creators in Japan, not just video games, but like movies and stuff, that cross boundaries, or they make good stuff regardless because they're just good. You know, in any culture, there's those guys.
Jackie Chan. Oh, sorry.
No, that's a bad example.
That's just emitted out of me.
He's not Japanese.
I know he is from Hong Kong. Thank you very much. He is Chinese.
He's probably my cousin. I don't know.
You wish.
Yo. Right. Anyway, so.
Yeah, this is good.
Take, for example, Resident Evil, which is a serious first person. Yes, which is the first. Remember the first Resident Evil? That was hot garbage. I'm just saying. People are like, oh, I love it, nostalgia. No.
Doesn't it have a tremendous following?
Garbage. I don't care. Play that hot garbage now. It's garbage. But while the visual shift is dramatic, the game itself builds upon the same structure and logic as the 1996 original. A blend of slow pace, horror, and cryptic puzzles. Here's the problem.
What is it, SG? Tell us.
He might be right in that statement.
What? Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear SG say that?
I said he might be.
Oh, and by the way, you guys just bear with me this show, because I'm just interjecting. I'm all over the place visually because I'm not used to the new studio. So, okay, go on, SG. I just wanted you to be able to take a breath and, you know, have a sip of whatever you're drinking.
That's what. No, hold on. Not bad. So the problem with the first Resident Evil, which he is saying, is that Resident Evil 7 has the same slow-paced horror and cryptic puzzles. Sure. Is that the controls sucked. Them tank controls horrible. Graphics, sure they were bad, but that was for the time. Whatever. Voice acting horrible. There were many things that were bad about the first Resident Evil that they fixed in Resident Evil 7. It's like if you have a game, right, and it has bad controls, and then you make another game, same better controls, the newer game is better. Not because it's
but because
not because Japan is making yay. No, the other game was hot garbage. This one isn't hot garbage. Does it have to do with culture or anything? Not really. I mean, I think the look of it.
Yeah, because they have a different style altogether. I mean, would it be suffice it to say a total different?
No, I think the look of Resident Evil. Well, because Japan makes good horror movies and stuff, so yeah. I'll give them that. But they fixed what Resident Evil was lacking from the jump, and it says right there, Resident Evil feels like a return to form. The first, come on, son.
Number 7.
That first Resident Evil was hot garbage. I remember playing it, and I was like, okay. And then the dog jumped out from the window. I was like, ah! And then I forgot where I ended. I was like, okay.
Good,
and I stopped. And I stopped playing it because I was like, I can't play this game. The controls is horrible. It's dumb. Now Resident Evil 7. I played the first hour. They had the demo. I was like, okay, that's all right. You know, got puzzles. This is not the same. Not even close. And it's because technology pushes it to where it needed to be. It's more about technology, less about the creators. You know what I'm saying? They could have made, well, see,
but do not. There is a segment of people, and I think there's even some of the newer generation. They just like that familiar Japanese game vibe without it being changed too much to an
I'm
extreme.
Not saying that Japanese games are horrible or bad. I'm saying they're different.
Yeah.
And, for me, it's more of a nostalgic type of thing about Japanese games. Like right now, you look at the newer Japanese games that are out. I'm looking at them like, you know, what's good? What's good, Japan? Breath of the Wild, it's alright. You know, like Breath of the Wild, Resident Evil 7, like the games he listed in here are probably the cream of the crop as far as Japanese games. They happen to all come out recently, like within the past 6 months or so, or a year. And that's why this article exists, because like, oh, Japan is back, right? Maybe if they keep making good games, but if it's just 6 months of some good games and then the next couple years is hot garbage, then we're gonna say they fell off again.
But it's hard to predict any further.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how they're making games now.
Okay.
I'm not talking about let's predict the next game from this studio. I'm like, no, Naughty Dog makes good games. Capcom, they're all over the place. They're like, yeah, Street Fighter 5 looks good. Look at the animation. Look at Chun-Li's boobies bouncing. That's great, right? Yeah, but the game sucks because you didn't finish it. It's not even like, for instance, Street Fighter 5. That's a good example, right? The game foundationally is probably one of the best, right? But it lacked so many basic features that a game like that should have because of what politics. They didn't have enough time. Whatever they were trying to rush it out. Blah blah. I don't care about excuses. This is what you release.
Down to money. You're saying
you release hot garbage. It's gonna be voted. It's gonna be judged as it is. Okay, so the fault lies with Capcom. I would say probably Capcom. I don't know. I don't know whose fault it is, regardless. But anyway, that game could have been awesome, great. Now the time has passed. Like people are playing it still because it's probably in the tournaments, but. You know, people have moved on. So now, Mortal Kombat is sweeping. Like, Mortal Kombat, American studio, is killing Street Fighter. Street Fighter was the king. Street Fighter was the king. Wyland says in chat, they rushed out Street Fighter 5, Sleep Fighter, for esports nonsense. Exactly. That's what I was gonna bring it up, but I mean, that's what everybody believes. But the thing about like you look at Mortal Kombat. I mean, look, Mortal Kombat and Injustice. That was the newest one, right? Injustice is killing it. It's got the best story of any fighting game. It changed the game. Sorry, it changed the game as far as fighting games go, as far as stories. Now everybody's gonna want to emulate what NetherRealm, what they did, what Warner Brothers did with that game, because they're killing it now. They're the best fighting game, probably. I think that Killer Instinct is good, but it doesn't have that story. It's just straight up crazy.
You know, I think that there was something, though, speaking of nostalgia, that was just so wow about playing.
Kaijudo says Tekken 7 is king.
About playing Street Fighter on an arcade console.
I think that what a
magic.
I think that's loud.
Sorry, SG, sorry. Magic.
When the failure of Street Fighter V is given room for all these other fighting games, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Injustice, and I played the demo of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Hot garbage. That is the best. Oh my god! I was like, yeah, this could be good like Street Fighter V. Nope. And they tried to do the story thing where King Arthur, that's his name, right, from Ghouls and Ghosts, and then what's his name, Chris Redfield from Resident Evil. He's not even a superhero. It's just a dude with a gun. He's standing up next to Superman. Like, this is not Superman. He's standing up next to Thor. I think it was Thor. Superman is DC. Standing next to Thor, and he's like Chris Redfield, literally Thor's hammer, and then I was like, this is they're just throwing just people are showing up like, hey, how you doing, guys? Let's fight! Yay! I'm like, oh, this is so dumb. Like, okay, and then you find these stupid robot drones. I'm like, ah, and it was. I played the demo. I was like, I don't even want to finish. I don't want to play this. This is so bad. And I remember playing like Killer Instinct. I'm like, Killer Instinct's it's a way more satisfying game to play.
Kaijudo was saying that the controls are not bad. It just changed cam angles. Going back to, I think you were talking about the console.
No, he's talking about Resident Evil.
Oh, Resident Evil, yeah.
The controls are bad. Don't try to justify or not protect, but Resident Evil 1 and 2, I guess I never played 2, so I'm gonna say 1 because I got one for the Saturn right there. It's right there. Bad.
Oh my gosh, he was so addicted to the Saturn. Oh, I don't think Saturn. SG, I don't think I ever saw you. Maybe it's just me, but as much as you love Xbox and all these things, though, I feel like I never saw passion in you like you playing your Sega. That you would just, would light up when you turn that thing on.
Well, whatever. I'm just saying. Wait, what did they say about PS? This was coupled with challenging nature of the development PS3. There was a huge performance there, but in order to unlock the performance, you really needed to study it and learn unique ways to using the hardware. Mark Cerny, system architect, PS4, said of the PS3's design in 2013.
So this combination meant many Japanese studios were slower to adapt to modern development practices as a result of this.
So basically, what this guy says and based on what Mark Cerny says, is that the reason why Japanese companies suck
gosh, I just enabled him to do this, you guys.
Is because
I can't.
Of the PS3.
Oh my gosh.
Sony. That's what we just read, right? Is that what just happened?
He's gonna love this guy forever just because of this.
I don't know what just happened, but that's what I just interpreted right there.
Okay, hold up.
He said PS3 was so hard that these Japanese developers couldn't do it because they're not smart. Because PS3
he didn't say
great.
They weren't smart.
I'm just saying he did. He said they had to study. Studying means you're smart. I'm just saying no. But what I'm saying is that the PS3 sucked, and it made it harder for developers, and that's why he's saying that the Japanese games sucked because PS3 sucked.
I want to read this end of the articles. I find this very interesting, so I'm going to read it. This has, at least in part, changed over the years. The PS4 and Xbox One.
See, PS3 sucked, yeah.
Both feature system architecture with a focus on ease of development, making multi-platform games much less complex than they were before. Now, the Nintendo Switch, meanwhile, which has seen strong early sales in Japan and abroad, has somewhat blurred the line between console and portable gaming. That's a fair thing to say, Esgee.
Whatever.
He just tunes me out when I'm doing the reading.
He's just saying it's easier to do it on the new architecture because it's not stupid like the PS3. Nintendo Switch is.
I love him.
He's just saying, oh yeah, I read this off of a freaking JCPenney ad. What JC? Best Buy. Let's say instead JCPenney. Believes creators gain confidence and make titles. I don't think Japan anywhere close to where it was. Yeah, but man, games are different now. It's not like Mega Man is the hotness, or games like Mega Man is the hotness. Look at Mighty Number 9. Mighty Number 9. The creator of Mega Man, the hotness back in the day, made Mighty Number 9 hot piece of garbage. Why? Because gamers expect more now. If that dude, I forget his name, made Ori and the Blind Forest, then they'd be like, oh, I get it to see now. That's why the creator of Mega Man is the best, because he made Mega Man and then he made Ori and the Blind Forest. Instead, he made a Mega Man clone with better graphics and it sucked. It sucked. Why? And it wasn't the hardware this time. It was the creator. It was either the creator or it was the studio that just had sucky artists who couldn't do it, you know? That's usually kind of how it is. You get a good studio, they make anything good.
Oh, this is interesting. What's contributing to the shift in perception that you might be sensing is that instead of attempting to compete with AAA games on the same stage, we're kind of shifting the focus and creating something distinctively Japanese. I think that's what is appealing to people's hearts. That's logical.
That's part of it.
I think this is very well said.
No, that's why I started off with where I said, their games. Hold on, I gotta turn your mic down. You're last. Oh, that's why.
And he's blaming it on me. I don't even speak that loud.
It is your fault. It's always your fault.
It's always my fault.
Yeah,
he loses things. I speak.
Yeah. She speaks. That's all that I'm saying. You speak.
Dinner's not ready on time.
That's right, woman. Where's my sandwich?
Where's my food?
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I gave you the Yu Suzuki example.
Analogy.
Before.
Okay.
He made American flavored games, but he used Japanese people, Japanese studios, simple games, blah blah blah.
I have a question.
Okay.
Was that as a result of him wanting to, from the get-go, wanting to branch out further?
No, he liked American stuff. Just like
so it was like, just his taste.
Kojima loves American cinema, American culture, Western culture. That's why he makes Metal Gear.
Okay.
That's why he makes Death Stranding. Metal Gear is freaking Snake Plissken. Metal Gear Snake is the name of the character in Metal Gear. Snake Plissken, the character in Escape from New York. He stole the name from an American movie. Stole from John Carpenter.
Wow.
Yes.
So it was basically it was his passion. It wasn't necessarily
his likes influence what he's going to create, and that's artists.
Oh,
whatever. I'm not blaming him for that. I'm just saying that's what it is. And these people are like, oh, well, and now people like it more Japanesey. Like, what's that mean? Is it more quirky? Is it weird? I know the cultures are different, and there is a little bit of a. There's a little bit of a draw to that, and I agree with that. Like, just that's why I like Shenmue. Shenmue isn't the best game. It's like a solid B from when it came out. Solid B. Right now, it's in the C because the voice acting is horrible. But that's kind of part of the charm. Because like, man, that voice acting is bad. I need to find a sailor or whatever he sounded. And then the faces, it's crazy. But for the time, it's like, wow, this game is crazy, it's so big, and then the loading times are so long. It's crazy, but.
Also,
there's something about that. You could go in and go in the coin machines, get the little Sonic toys and stuff. Like, oh, a little collection. So there's little things about that, and that has kind of graduated to the Yakuza series. So the Yakuza, not Yakuza. Yakuza series is more of what Shenmue would have turned into. So Shenmue 3, I don't know what that's going to be. That's probably going to be a happy cigar.
And Esgee, what would you say as well, which, even though we don't like to talk about this sort of thing, financially, money comes into play. So versus some of the bigger, like it's talking about here too, there's often a huge difference when it comes to the scale of these productions, because Ubisoft's Montreal studio, where blockbusters like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Watch Dogs are made.
Damn,
they have
3,000.
Yeah, they have about 3,000 employees. So here, look at this. This is fascinating if you put it in perspective.
But
a studio like Level 5 employs less than 300.
Hold up. We're making a game. You know how many people are you know how many people are in our studio?
What is there? About 5 of you? Not even?
4.
4.
It's 4.
I said.
You talk about less than 300. I wish I had 300 people making a game. That game would be so hot. What are they doing? Oh, I'm gonna have to sit here for 8 hours and make a flower pot, modeling flower pots for the game. I'm the flower pot guy. How you gonna have 3,000 people? How you gonna have 3,000 people? Now, first of all, that's in the whole company, right? So I'm sure that 3,000 people aren't working at one game at the same time. No, they're spread. They're spread. Most of the games are open world. Blah blah blah. So they have all these people, but they're given certain tasks. Per they might have 5 tasks in one game, 5 tasks in another game. Blah blah blah. Blah, and just keep constantly making stuff for their open world games usually, because that's what they usually make. All their games are freaking open world. The game that Studio 5, Level 5 makes aren't open world games, they're RPGs or whatever, which are less, technically less, I don't want to say less demanding, but it's more because of the story stuff. Well, how many people you need to write a story? You don't need at least one. You can have one person write a story.
You need some talent for sure. Look at JK, my girl. We're
not talking about talent. No. We're talking about how many people does it make to make a game. You need a writer, you need an artist, you need a music dude, you need a coder. 4 and 4. 4, you need 4.
And you need money.
You need 4.
Sometimes.
4. That's all you need. That's the minimum. 4 people. Now, if you're a coder and a writer and an artist and then you're the dude who made Stardew Valley. You know what I'm saying? One dude made. There's many games that one dude made.
And who's to say that Junk ET's not going to be the most fantastic out of this world game? You actually minimized it by saying, I wish I had 300.
No, I'm just saying.
And people in the same vibe.
They're just throwing out a number. Oh, only 300 people, level 5. Like, yeah, okay, compared to 3,000, but 300 is a lot of people.
But they're also disgusting.
Making a game.
Disgusting. Oh my goodness.
If level 5 makes one game, let's just say they make one game at a time. That might not be the truth. Maybe they do pre-production, blah, blah, blah. But let's just say one game at a time. Let's say Ubisoft doesn't make one game at a time because it's ridiculous to have 3,000 people on one game. Doesn't make sense. Even 300 people, one game doesn't make sense to me. That I don't see how 300 people on a game, I don't see it. I mean, I know you need voice. You need the guys who are recording the voices, recording the dialogue, translation. So they have all that. Plus, they probably have the testers and all that stuff. So yeah, I can see how the number jumps up. But the core studio.
But I think on the flip side of that, Esgee, the level of commitment, the amount of time, which translates into dollars, that it takes when you are less people to do it, is also extremely taxing. Extremely, extremely taxing. I mean, so money versus time, it gets done quicker too. Whereas if you're going solo,
and it's still broke. Like, yeah, we got 3,000 people working at it, and the games are broke. Like, you need to.
Well, that's what happens, like with the movies of today. Same principle. You know, they spend in the millions and millions of dollars but it has to hit a certain amount of money for them to even consider having made a profit. So I guess with the evolution of all these things, gaming, movies, etc., using all of the more modern technology, you know, it costs more manpower, more people that have skills in utilizing the programs, the cameras, you name it, etc. There's a lot involved. And also to pay for all, not only the employees, but to pay for the equipment. Because as I say, when someone works for a company, they're going to expect a paycheck.
Yeah, and they gotta work as least as possible, usually, to
continue that paycheck
to just get paid. Like, I gotta do the minimum amount of work I need to do to get paid. Some people are beasts. They just knock it out. That's why I like indie studios, because they're not sitting there getting paid. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it because they love it. They're doing it because they love it. No, it's not about time. We're talking about these people aren't getting paid. And we're not getting paid. We're just making this because love. We love it. Make games. It's gonna be good. Hopefully, people will buy it. Well, we don't know. Maybe we get a deal. Maybe Sony will buy it from us.
But isn't it suffice it to say, I hate it's two apples and oranges, but kind of like comparing it to a doctor. Why would anyone put themselves the level of dedication that's required by these big studios, whether it's a movie or a gaming? I mean, they own you. Like when my cousin works on something, they own him. And when they say, hypothetically, I'm exaggerating, you're going to be locked in a room for the next month and you're not going to see daylight, he's going to be locked in a room for the next month and he's not going to see daylight. And it's on their time, their dime, their way or the highway. So, I think there's good and bad in both of it. One may have more resources. But I also would not say, who's to say they don't have the passion? Like, why even get into the industry? Put yourself through all these things, whether they're a large corporation or not. Yeah, sure, at the end of the day, people want the big payouts, but why even go to medical school to be a doctor versus why be in this profession? Because regardless of an independent or a corporation, the sacrifice is tremendous. That's just my thought on it. Sorry. Anyway. So, that was interesting. I enjoyed that.
I mean, the thing about Japanese games, the thing about Japanese games is that they are from a different culture, so you get different flavor, different perspective, different.
And some people
it's good
like
to have that because we get drowned with Call of Duty, we get drowned with Battlefield, we get the same. And you get tired sometimes. You want something different, and that's what I think happened as well. Last gen we had a whole bunch of that, and then now we're getting other stuff, but. I think still Western developed games turn out better overall. If you look at open world adventure games, you look at Horizon Zero Dawn versus Breath of the Wild, I guess is the only open world kind of adventure game that's Japanese, I think, that's out now. Some people will say Breath of the Wild is better. I think Horizon's probably a little better. A little better. I think the only thing that Breath of the Wild has over Horizon is the climbing stuff. If Eloy could climb over everything and stuff and had the same cause and effect with the fire and that whole mechanic system, it wouldn't be a discussion. Horizon would just destroy Breath of the Wild. But Breath of the Wild has that plus the puzzles and so I think Horizon is a little shallow in that respect, where it's just really about fighting dinosaur robots. Nice. So if Horizon adopted the things that Breath of the Wild did mechanically, it'd be, and it's not like, oh, it's impossible because Japanese people made it. No, it's just that's what is more about focusing on puzzles and flaming mechanics instead of fighting dinosaurs and enemies. So.
And also to piggyback off of this, I'm gonna lead into Nintendo bringing back the Super Nintendo. Of course, they're selling Switch, which came out in March? And also piggybacking on that with, you know, the SNES Classic Edition. Now, I was doing a little bit of reading, and there's a lot of negative comments on this, because and Esgee, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not 100% sure.
No, you're wrong!
Wasn't it initially something like $59 and 30 games, first and foremost? And so the banter on this is, whoa, Nintendo had absolutely, they couldn't even fathom that this was going to take off to the depths that it did. So that's what they're saying. But a lot of people that are big fans are saying, you guys knew darn well and good what was going to happen. It was going to create, you know, more interest, more buzz. And you didn't make enough product, and we were promised this product. And, you know, of course, you went on eBay, you went on Amazon, you know, finding stuff $200, $250. You know, people were hoarding these things. Well, now, apparently, September 29th, the resurgence, I want to keep saying resurgence, the resurgence of it is going to be for $79, which I'm sure most of you guys already know. But this time it's going to have 21 preloaded games. Super Mario World, Super Mario Kart.
You do not need to go through all those games.
Well, I don't have all 21. I just have some of the basics.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
So anyways, and this too I know, of course, Star Fox 2, right? Which had never ever been released. So that may or may not send people going bonkers to go and get this.
Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you what the thing is.
What's the thing, Esgee?
I was like, yo, I want to get that because Mode 7's dope. I never had Super Nintendo, right? Then I watched the Digital Foundry thing where they kind of go over the system. And they showed all the games.
But you said it yesterday. You're like, I want that.
And I saw that and I said, you know what? I don't want it. I thought I wanted it. Then I looked at it and said, oh yeah, I forgot. Super Nintendo had whacker sound. I remember back a while ago, I had a disagreement with Derek H. in that I thought that the Super Nintendo had better sound than the Sega Genesis. I was 1,000% wrong.
Oh my gosh, mark this down, you guys, right here
better
now.
Sound. The thing about the Super Nintendo, I don't know if people realize, whatever, and that's why the sound sounds the way it does. It sounds kind of not crisp. It sounds a little muddy. Is that all of the sounds on the Super Nintendo, for the most part, were sampled. They used samples, and then so in order to save space, they imported the samples at a higher
frame rate.
Not frame rate.
At
a higher speed or a higher frequency, whatever. And so
the opposite of the slow-mo guys.
So yeah, so they recorded at a higher pitch, and then in order, you know, they brought the pitch down in order to get it to the correct pitch that they wanted originally, and that degrades the sound, basically. And that's why most of the sounds on the Super Nintendo are kind of mushy and muddy and not crispy clear like the Genesis. Genesis had mad power.
Like I said, you guys.
As far as the sound goes, there. Sega. But only thing that the Nintendo had over the Genesis was more colors and Mode 7. Everything else was slower, sound sucked, blah, blah, blah. It sucked so bad that they had to keep putting chips inside the cartridges. The Super FX chip, blah, blah, blah chip, FX2 chip. I think that's in Star Fox 2 or something. I don't remember. It's just, so, and then I saw this thing with Digital Foundry. I forgot the dude's name, the American dude. He was like, and he went through like a lot of the games and he showed him. The only game I really would want to get is Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. But that's like a whack version too because the frame rate is low on it because the Super Nintendo sucked. So I'm like, what? I have no reason to get this because the performance is garbage and I don't have nostalgia for it because I never had it. I wanted it to kind of beef out my quote-unquote collection.
Oh, beef it up, all right.
I was like, nah, if it's garbage, then nah, I might as well just buy at games. The at games garbage Sega thing that I did buy, which is garbage. But I think the new one's actually going to be better. The HDMI one is going to be
Hey, so Esgee, speaking of Sega.
Sports games on the scenes.
So
SNES.
You may want to change out your phone because Sega's debuting the free classic games on mobile. I don't know if your Microsoft... They already
did it. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. They already did that, and the performance sucks.
Let's look.
The performance sucks. We don't need to because do they critique how bad it is?
I believe they do. This was BBC too, so I want to see. I can't remember everything. British news is very nice. They always write good stuff, so I'm just curious as to exactly what they're saying.
Saying blah 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 blah. Oh, here. No.
Okay,
poor,
so there
poor
were
job of converting a classic.
So there were some complaints.
Ad run, but care about that. They're not really talking about the performance of it. I knew this was going to happen. Who cares? He said the lousy emulation led to glitches during gameplay.
Esgee just wants to find stuff that
there are loads of dropped frames, hitches, and skips. Mr. Lannyman told Games website Nintendo Life, and when a notification occurs, it gets worse, so it never plays smoothly.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
All right.
That's a big no. And they'd be like,
enough.
oh well, I guess you better pay the $1.99 to get the ad free. Like now.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
No, they need to just when the ad games Genesis comes out, because I saw I think somebody had an early version of the ad games Sega Genesis joint that they put out with the HDMI, the mini Genesis, and they played it. They played the sound for Sonic, and I said, that sounds like Sonic. They fixed the sound on the emulation. I'm like, yes. Now, if that was true, if they were actually playing it and they fixed the sound, I might have to get that because they got some games on there. Although I would love to have just like a little arcade, like a Yu Suzuki box, and just give me Power Drift, Space Harrier. You know what I want? I want Space Harrier 2 with actual super sampling, not that bull, not the bull stuff, not the bull stuff that they did on the Genesis. You know, I want real super scaling. That's what I'm saying. Super scaling. I want the realness. So if users, I don't know who did Space Harrier 2, but whoever did it, just do a better job. Do Space Harrier 2 HD or something. I don't know. We do that one.
So guys, I'm gonna have to graciously bow out after this first hour.
Bye.
But
good
it's
job.
So good to be here. I love hanging with you guys. Esgee, awesome job on the studio. I love it. And let's keep it going. And I wish you guys like the best 4th of July.
Yeah.
So bridge it out for now.
Bridge it out.
And I'm telling you, I'm tired of not kicking and screaming. I'm gonna kick and scream to make the show every week. I'm gonna kick and scream to make the R9 cast podcast every week, because whether I know not nearly as much as you guys, but I have a blast and I really do enjoy all the conversation.
Go pass out now.
So peace out.
Go pass
peace out. Yeah, it's been a good week for me.
All right, get out. I'm turning off your microphone.
Very happy. Peace out. Happy 4th.
That's it. Get out here.
Happy 4th. Happy 4th.
Man, go face out the Go face out the place.
Dog.
Ah, good.
She's gone.
The blabbermouth is gone.
Because now there's only one.
Sports games on the SNES was bad. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was kind of caught in like, oh man, Super NES, that's cool, because NES that's like going back to 2600. Like, no, not so much. So I was like, oh, let me get it. And I looked at the thing. I was like, no, no. That stuff is cool. It's important, but the retro tickle for me is more arcade centric, because the arcades always performed better. I don't know how to explain it, or like Afterburner. If you look at Afterburner, it's still the arcade. So I don't think I have a version of Afterburner that performs as well as the arcade. Because I have the Saturn version, but I don't think it's as many. I don't know if it's 60 frame. I think it should be, but it doesn't seem like it's as smooth as the arcade game. You know what I mean? I think the arcade was a little faster. So, I saw that SNES thing. I was like, nah, pass. And it's $80. Pass. And I was like, you know what? I'd rather buy a 3DS because I have the whatchamacallits there. But I'll save all my money for my Xbox One X. Yeah. I had Rocco and Tony here, and Rocco is such a fan. He's such a Sony fanboy. I'm like, yo, yeah, I know you're young, Rocco, but you know the X is gonna kill it. It's gonna be the best, right? You're like, no, Sony's the best. I'm like, I don't know, man. He shall see. When I get my Xbox One X, I plug it into my 4K television, and all the juicy frame pixel 4K jumps out on the screen. And I have all these games. I have a good amount of the games they had on that list for the upgrade. Like, yeah, I'll put that in, plug it in, get my automatic upgrade. Boo. Good to go. I'll play them all again. I'm definitely gonna play Forza Horizon 3 in 4K. Hey, yeah, because I got it on my PC. I don't have a 4K television screen. I'm playing it on the 1080p. So I think it automatically senses the display you're running in, and I don't know if I can kick it up higher in the settings. I'd have to check it out. But it runs smooth. Although there's some issues with some textures on the PC version. Well, that's the demo. I can't remember. But that was weird. I was like driving, like the ground disappeared. I'm like, ah. I think I can see through the world. What's going on, Forza? But it was smooth transparencies. Oh, what happened in the world? Did Jim Ryan say anything dumb again? I think he did say something dumb recently, didn't he? Your boy Jim Ryan is just forever dumb. Forever dumb. Oh wait, I can just let me look on. Look on the road. Forever dumb. I used to have PS4 news on here. I don't know why. They Was there a recent update for the PS4? Let's see. Let's look at the difference between the news, like the news and PS4, and the news on Xbox. So, this is from Bing, by the way. Lawbreakers closed beta. Limited run games producing physical. Okay. GS News. Shadow Colossus creator since Sony list changes. Oh yeah, I read about that. Gundam versus PS4 release date. Zero Time Dilemma for PS4 unlocks on August. Minecraft DLC. PS4. Elite Dangerous PS4. Gundam PS4. Games. Minecraft. Under $20 sale. PS4. Gundam. Steam World Dig 2. Nice time. Ease 8. Lacrimosa. Whatever. Donna. Island and whatever. Under Night and Birth X. Spyro PS4 remake. Another remake. Come on, son. This is the remake station. Is this what it's not port station? It was a remake station. Yell it. Call of Duty Infinite. 4K games go cheap and Sony. Or 4K. You ain't got no 4K games. Well, Wipeout's I think the only recent 4K game put out. RA is plus. I don't know what that RA. Yeah, okay, Destiny 2. Destiny 2, that's the first one. It's like way down the list. That's like 20 something down. Destiny 2, okay. And that was 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 1 day ago. Yeah. It's a lot of games, a lot of, nothing kind of, Okay, now let's look at the Xbox news. Xbox news. Xbox news on the Xbox news. Xbox. Sony modifies Xbox One X Anthem footage with PS4 button. Did y'all know about this? Did y'all know about this? Huh? Let me tell you something about this right quick. I was like, why am I talking about this? Let me tell you something about this. Now this is bad. This is why this is Sony's doing a lot of wrong things right now. With Jim Ryan talking out his mouth hole, talking the wrong, like everything he says publicly. The last like 4 things he said, 3 or 4 things he said, bad. They may be true. They may be true. I'm not saying that they're not like he's lying or not. I'm not saying he's lying. I'm saying what he's saying and how he's saying it is making Sony look like a bad company to be a fan of. You know what I'm saying? Like if you take the words that he's saying and like kind of the attitude, the karma, the mojo jojo of it, and you put it on any other company, like, screw them. I'm going with the other company. Screw McDonald's, I'm going Wendy's. You know what I mean? So this is at Game Chump. Game Chump. Sony modifies Xbox One X Anthem footage with PS4 buttons. So first of all, what does that mean? Before I start reading, what that means is they took the Xbox One X footage, the X, the strongest, most powerful console, where everybody's like, oh, checkerboard rendering, blah blah blah, so ugly. Why would you take the ugly checkerboard rendering and put it on your commercial? And it's not like they took the footage and then they superimposed PS4 buttons over the Xbox buttons to make it look like it's theirs. Is there anything? Did Sony do this? I don't know. Probably EA. All I'm saying is that they should have took footage from the PS4 Pro and then use that as the commercial for Sony, because that is a representation of the power of the system. If you're gonna take that's kind of like false advertising, basically. So if you say, yo, PS4 in-game footage, yo, I don't even know if that says that. In-game footage, right? And you show high-end 1080 XIPPIIPPXX graphics card, quadruple SLI. It's a PC version, and you throw freaking Xbox on there. People are gonna be like, yo, that's crazy. They're lying. Boo, let's boycott them. Are they saying that to Sony? I don't know. What's happening? Anthem was the biggest game to be revealed at E3, this year's E3, developed by BioWare and published by EA. Game does not have a release date yet, but has gained quite a lot of fans, including me, thanks to the incredible visuals, gameplay demo that was shown. Yes! The game runs at a native 4K resolution on Xbox One X. I don't know about that. Although that could change later. Microsoft unveiled the console at E3, which offers 6 teraflops, whatever. The Anthem gameplay demo, which was uploaded on the PlayStation YouTube channel, seems to be the Xbox One X version, but that's not all. Sony seems to have modified the Anthem Xbox One X footage with PS4 buttons, and that's quite misleading. So it wasn't EA. Well, this person's saying it's Sony. You can see the video below at the specific timestamp where the shoddy work is visible. There's a pretty terrible thing. This is a pretty terrible thing to do, since they could have asked EA for PlayStation. Wow. So that might be true. Let me see if I can get this. It's 3 minutes and 43 seconds in. So place it. All right, so let me pull it up. Let me pull it up over here real quick, cause I got to put it. I got to see it on the big screen. I wish y'all could see it. I can't really see it. I can just pop up. I can pop it up on Mix. Let's see if I can mix out. So it's the PlayStation YouTube channel. Okay. PlayStation. I don't really need to spell PlayStation because garbage. Alright. Alright. Marvel Spider-Man. No. Crash Bandit. Did they take it down already? I don't see it. Where's Destiny? Where's Anthem? Anthem. Oh, stop playing. Video. The dibble tumble tanko sanko tang 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 tang. Oh wait, let me go back to here so I can see it. No, it's not what I want. Stop. Drop. Shut up down. Open up shop. There it is. Anthem official teaser trailer. I think that's it, right? Official teaser. Yep, that's it. Alright. Alright. So it's at 3:30. Everything you are about to see was captured in-game running in real time. Oh my gosh! Sony, what's wrong with y'all? Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay. Yep, that's the Xbox version. Yep. Xbox is the best box. Okay, let's go to 3. It's when they dive into the water. When the one character dives into the water is at 3:30. Up. Bigger. Flash. Oh, I guess it's when pop up. Okay, okay. Wow, that's so pretty. Oh yeah, Xbox. Yeah. Okay, shooting 10. All right. Let's see. I can't do it on the way that YouTube does the frame. Can I go frame for frame? It does it 5 second increment. Alt. Ah, all right, so yeah, I can't. It's hard for me to see it. I can't really do this, but go back to the story, read it. But that's crazy, right? Why is there a big? I mean, do I have to do a YouTube video myself calling out Sony? That was the end of the article, basically. Let me look at it here. But this is the one from PlayStation. So I don't know if it's gonna actually show me. Play, problem play. Silver don't time to take. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I can't tell on my phone. But, dude, is that ridiculous? That sounds a little ridiculous. I'm glad that this is on the new stuff. I mean, let me look at YouTube real quick and see if anybody's doing videos about it. Man, I know one dude did it, but he's an Xbox. You know, that's what you expect. So let's see. How to get an X for 150? All right. Phil Spencer ruins PS4. Okay. Sony cut using. Talking about. Anybody else talking about it? Huh? Is the no? Where's the no at? They talking about that? Yes. That's another Xbox that's saying it. Same thing. Fun have I think X call them up. Yeah, why you stealing our? Ooh, I got an idea for a video. I got an idea for a video. I have an idea for it, and I can't tell you. This whole controversy has sparked an idea. Of course, there's work involved, so I don't know. All right, so let's see. PSN bans thousands. Yeah, did y'all hear about that? It was a payback thing. I think not a payback. How do you say when you chargeback thing from PayPal? I think it was, and PayPal was like, "Yo, that's on Sony's end. It's not us." And I'm like, "What is?" It seems like everything that Sony's doing right now that isn't about, oh, there's a new game coming out, game here, game. Everything outside of like games they're releasing, not good. Not like, oh, they're making this better for the gamers on the PlayStation, or they make. No, it's like bad. Oh, let's steal some footage. Oh, ban the counts. Oh, Jim Ryan's talking again. Look out! It's crazy that the avalanche is beginning on Sony Mountain, Mount Fuji. Sony's building is at the base of Mount Fuji. Mass Effect Andromeda hope. But yeah, I don't see any. I don't see. Yeah, Vanilla is not saying anything about that. How about did Jim Sterling say anything about that? No, not yet. 5 days when he'll probably put one up. He always has some. Or maybe not. Sometimes he doesn't even care. He's been doing a lot of it's kind of not regular stuff. Just like, oh man, these are crazy games on Steam. No. What about NCIX? Are they saying anything? Or they're more PC? Dealer? He probably did. Fan. Well, I do want to play. I do want to watch the game Crackdown 3 12 minutes of. I was looking at Crackdown, like the first Crackdown. I was like, oh, that was fun. And I looked at it again. I was like, ooh. And I looked at the new Crackdown. I was like, that new Crackdown was good. If you compare it to the old Crackdown, yes. Although I wish that the problem with Crackdown 3 is that the animations aren't. I think in games today, like you look at Street Fighter 5, right? The main reason why Street Fighter 5 is dope to me is that the animation blending and it's just crazy nice and That's why Dragon Ball Fighter Z or Fighters looks like crazy because the animation blending, it looks crazy nice, right? That's why Horizon Zero Dawn is crazy nice because the graphics, the animation of the characters. If you have great, awesome animation in your game will have level up. It'd be a higher level than regular okie doke game. You know what I'm saying? That one thing. One like super dope animation makes your game seem like AAA. You know what I'm saying? Look at Ori and the Blind Forest. It's just a simple Metroidvania side scroller, right? The art is beautiful, but the animation is bananas. And it's the cherry on top. It pushes it right past the level B into A status, you know? So that's where I look at Crackdown 3 and I'm like, man, if that animation was just a little bit more like boom and pow and like blah, you know, a little more extreme and flashy, like ah, you know, because it's a freaking comic book game. Come on, you can do all that crazy stuff. That would push it over the edge. Like if it had the best animation in any game you ever seen, and it was, oh my god, it looks so good, it's cool, right? The gameplay is there. We already know the gameplay is there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about animation and how to control it. All right, and the new avatars. I didn't really talk about. Well, did I talk about them? They're kind of cool. I like this new avatar look. I probably did talk about them, but they look more like a Pixar or like a smash between Pixar and Overwatch design. And I like that. I like how they look. So I'm looking forward to the new avatar. I guess it's coming this fall, so that's gonna be dope. And I know there's no Pony Boys that are talking about that commercial. They're like, oh man, they do that all the time. That's okay. Like, no. Sony's lying again. Sony is lying again. Y'all know that, right? Sony's lying again. Again. I don't get it. Why did they have to steal the footage? The thing, you know what? I think this is what the thing. I think that the optics on Anthem was that people were thinking Anthem was more Xbox One X, and they wanted to get their own commercial out with the PlayStation at the end, right? But they didn't have a trail. They didn't have footage because what I have been saying is that developers want their games to look the best, right? They want to show them to the public in the best light. So if it's on console, you're not going to show it on a PS4 Pro. You're going to show it on an Xbox One X because it's going to look better on an Xbox One X. That's it. That's it. That's it, and that's all. And Sony got caught out there stealing, lying, misinforming, false advertising. That's false that is as a teaser trailer, false advertisement. That's not the product that you're gonna play on any PlayStation console. Cause that's not the graphics, son. Not the resolution, not nothing. Nope. That's messed up. Y'all Sony pony should be angry as hell. Cause you getting that super dope, delicious looking graphics, but that's not the game you're gonna get. So you're gonna go to the store, pick up Pac-Man for the 2600 and have the arcade in your mind, and you play that 2600 Pac-Man, like, oh boy, that's not what I bought. This ain't Pac-Man. What is this? It's crazy. Where? Death Note. Just doing American. Oh yeah, it's I put out I put out a video, Gears and Ninnies. It was just a gameplay video Gears for it. Was it 3 multiplayer? I don't remember, actually. I only got 10 views. Oh man, I suck. I got no views cause I'm sucking. Alright, yeah, no. Red Dragon. Oh no, that's old stuff. I'm sure he has. Everybody's talking about it. Well, 2, 3. I've seen 3.
He's Scorpio.
Okay, stop. Xbox Scorpio review. That's old. Sony. Okay, no. He's cracking on them because they basically said Sony E3 review 2016 remastered Back to the Future. That's funny. Yeah, no, I don't see 3 days ago Islamophobia. That's the last thing he says. Man, I don't see any. So I don't see any hey, it's only bit the thing with the bitty bite. The bitty bit bite. So, but yeah. Well, let me see what that sound. I mean stream. I want to see what the stream on you.
Oh. Breath of the Wild is a step in the right direction. But yeah. Let me see what.
Ah, it sounds. Alright, anyway. Oh, I know why, because I'm not talking loud enough. It's probably cutting out. I gotta fix that. YouTube is the redheaded stepchild right now. It's all about Mixer, son. It's all about Mixer. It's all about Mixer. Although I still gotta work on the audio. Let me see what the audio is.
It's probably cutting out. I gotta fix that. YouTube is a redheaded stepchild right now. It's all about Mixer, son. It's all about Mixer. It's all about Mixer.
Lip sync's a little. I think I'm still gonna get another either a microphone. I'll probably just get a microphone, just that microphone. Slap it on there. Get better sound because I get a little bit more. It's too much room. Too much room. Yeah. And the way I had it before, we had that sound. It was I had a line in. I think there was a feedback. Something was going on, or a bad wire. I don't know. I don't care. I'm just gonna. So I'm mad microphone. But anyway, that was messed up. I mean, I went and pulled up Xbox on Bing. First story, Sony modifies. Sony stole the Xbox One X and the footage for their own. I think they should be held accountable for their actions. I don't think that people should look a blind eye. I think Phil Spencer and EA should do something about this because this is not right. I don't know if legally they can do anything about it, but publicly they can go out there and say, look, I don't feel it's fair that our competitor is using footage from our system. I think they should acknowledge the fact that this is from our system, because the first words that come out on the freaking trailer is this is gameplay footage from the console, but not from that console. So, you know, it's if Sony used that, they should be like, and PS4 looks kind of like this right under, and then just leave it as it is. Just change that beginning, you know, and that's it. And so yeah, PS4 might look this pretty, not really, you know, and then it'd be all right. But no, they didn't do that. They freaking switched the graphics so that the buttons, the PS4 buttons. Like, come on, son. That's just evil. That's evil. That's not for the gamers. How's that for the gamers? How's that for the gamers? Explain to me that. I don't think that's for the gamers. To me, it doesn't seem like it's for the gamers. That's all I'm saying. Phil Spencer resolves to sell Phil Spencer's resolve to sell Xbox in Japan is admirable, but futile. Yeah. Japan doesn't like America. You know what? But they don't like a lot of people like China. Xbox news. Xbox One X news to be announced at Gamescom. Going to Gamescom, gonna bust it out for the world. And here's the thing that's for the benefit of the Xbox One X, is that they're going to Gamescom, right? And I think they skipped last year or the year before. They skipped some year. But the thing is that they're releasing November 7th worldwide. They didn't do that in 2013. So they're doing it worldwide. So they're gonna push this worldwide narrative. They're gonna go to Gamescom. They're gonna do all the other shows that they need to do in like Brazil or Mexico, wherever they have other international. I don't know. And they're gonna be like, yo, this is it, Xbox. And since, you know, there'll be a Gamescom, the biggest games conference in the world, arguably, pushing the Xbox One X hard, and it's gonna be available to buy. And all the graphics whores around the world will want it. I'm gonna buy one. And then people pacing chat like, oh, another $500, gonna spend $1,000. You know what? Worth it. It's about, you know, you look at the PC. The PC that I have there, my strong PC, my RX 480 PC, is about $650. Not including if you include the monitor, then it's 800. No, it's 800. Without the monitor, 650. So if you think about that, $650 for a computer that can kind of almost match the Xbox One X. Not quite. The Xbox One X, even though it doesn't. Let's see. It only has 9. Well, I have 8 gigs, so it actually has more RAM for video, rated video RAM. I have 12 gigs per system, so it has more RAM. So in that respect, yeah, and it's a computer. But as far as just playing games, Xbox One S is better. Price wise, $499 versus $650, and it's more optimized. The games are going to be more optimized on the console. Period. They're going to perform way better. That's how consoles work. That's why consoles exist. That's why people are console players and not PC. Because PCs have a lot of caveats and baggage. All right. Massive Xbox digital sell. Yes. Xbox One X coming to Japan. We will never give up, says Phil. Marvel's Heroes Omega game for the Xbox One. Game sale runs till July 10th. Discounts up to 80%. I gotta buy some games, Joe. Nintendo Switch will outsell Xbox One this year, according to analysts. I don't think so. They ain't gonna make enough. They're not gonna make enough. How you gonna sell if you ain't got the dang thing to sell? You know Xbox got that money. They gonna make enough consoles, son. Xbox 360's original codename was a nod to the Matrix. How's Durango? Spencer clarifies his statement on original Xbox PC not getting widescreen. Because I heard about that. I was like, yeah, because they weren't widescreen. Well, some games were. I think Halo was. Halo was HD, so yeah. So not all games were, but some were. Phil Spencer revealed additional details. When asked, Spencer replied, no, most OG Xbox games didn't have widescreen. Can't really easily change the frame buffer aspect ratio on a shipped game. Many Xbox fans took it the wrong way, blah, blah, blah. For example, Need for Speed Underground 2 supported widescreen, but Max Payne does not. And when we get Halo 5, when will Halo 5 get Xbox One X enhancements soon after launch of the X? We will talk more about Xbox One X enhanced games coming later this summer. Yeah. So, I mean, I can't wait to jump into 4K gaming for real. Because I got a taste on PC. I was like, yo, I kind of get it. I kind of get the frame rate. I kind of get the resolution, even though I'm in 1080p. Super crispy. Games. What is checkerboard rendering? Microsoft as forced Crash Bandicoot Trilogy is coming to Xbox One. I would assume if Activision is publishing it, yeah. It's probably just Xbox Game Pass, 0 removals for July. They're probably trying to build the library higher, like maybe 150. I would assume, like, just put more games. I'd say 200. I'd say 500. You know, get a whole bunch of games and then you take them out, you know, depending on the license and stuff. Like, put as many games as you can on there at one time. Xbox have a new gamer score leader on Xbox price. Who cares about him? No one. Alright, that's about it. That's about it as far as that stuff goes. But yeah, I think the biggest I don't know if it's the biggest news, but the most controversial news today or recently was all negative Sony news, basically. Not because I'm against Sony or pro Xbox, but just think of it as, you know, think of it objectively. A company does something kind of nefarious. You know, as far as, you know, what does that look like for their public image? Does that make them look like the good guy for gamers when they're literally misleading the gamers? I don't understand how anybody can defend that. And I don't understand how Sony hasn't come out and apologized. Or explain, not apologize, but explain why they did that. I don't get it. And I don't know. I think I'm out of gas. I'm out of things to talk about. Oh, I played The Last Stop. Is that what it's called? It's a train game. Let me see if I can. I was gonna say if I could pull up the video, but I'm streaming right now, so I don't know if I can pull. Oh no, wait, I might be able to. No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, there it is. And that was 2 days ago. That's when I played that. Yes, it's like a pixel art game where you're a train conductor and you run around. And at first, like I was playing. Let me. I can't even. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, I got 2 views. Go watch it. Yay! So, or 2 people watched it. I don't know, or maybe 2 people watched it. I don't know. So anyway, you know, you get up and it's like a little adventure, and I was like, oh, cool. Then you get on the train, you got passengers, you got to feed them, make sure they're not hungry, you got to deliver them, you get money for delivering the passengers and stuff. And wow, okay, I gotta fix that. Let me stop. What? All right, let's go here. Boom. So I started off. I'm like, what was that? So wow. That's loud. Come on. All right. Sounded good though. So, you know, I was running around, I was doing, I gotta get the little note, then I get the code to unlock the train, and then, I get the passengers to pick them up, and then I feed them, make sure they survive, and when you deliver them to where they're supposed to go, you get the monies and stuff, and you get money, and then you buy them some more food and some more supplies. But then, I get to a stop, everybody's dead. And then these black monsters, and one's like a slow dude, and I get a gun and I'm shooting him, and it's limited ammo. You gotta find the ammo, and then the little guy's running real quick, and you can punch. I was like, yo, this game's all of a sudden flipped the script on me and got crazy. I was like, okay. Fresh pizza finish at 9. You get it. You get the pizza. I hate when she texts me in the house. Oh, how rude. Ah. Or did she get it already? She might have gotten it. Did you get it already? I don't know. Maybe she got it. Oh, yeah. Yo, if I got pizza waiting for my belly, even though it's time to go. But anyway, playing this game. I think it's called The Last Stop. I just pulled it up and I don't. I'm such a boss. Hey, Mr. Dumbass. Remember that? Why doesn't I got an issue with Mixer for a second. That because my titles don't have the game. Oh, she got it. Yes. Bridget is awesome. She got pizza. Well, she got the pizza for herself. But I think it's called The Last Stop. My muscles look alright. My muscles look alright. But yeah, man. So I'm like, yo, this game is alright. It's kind of bonkers. I think it was like $15, $20. Oh no, it was free. It was free on Games with Gold. No. It wasn't. No. It was free because I did the Mixer pot when E3 was happening, and if you watched the E3 Xbox conference on Mixer on your Xbox. Or I guess signed into your Windows profile or something. I don't know. But I watched it on my Xbox in 4K. Hey. And they gave you the Mixer pot, which was a whole bunch of games and DLC stuff, and that wasn't. I think I had everything else except for that. So I was cool with that. And yeah, man, so I was like, yo, cool, free game. Let's see what's up. And it was a good game. So it's a really cool little game. It's like the definition of an indie game. But if you look at it, like it would be a regular game back in the day. That's kind of what indie games are now. It's games that would have come out in the 90s. So yeah. But it's good, man. I should check it out. Especially if you got an Xbox. If you did the Mixer pot, that's included in there. Definitely check it out. Something to do. Anything else? I don't think there's anything else. I'll throw the music back on for a couple more hours. Right until 11. And then if something else comes to mind, I'll jump in and spit back. But other than that, y'all have a good night and such. Play the music. Oh. All right, y'all. Let me mute that real quick. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. All that stuff. Remember, if you're gonna buy something at Amazon, go to. You're gonna buy something at Amazon. Go to allgames.com, hit the Amazon banner, buy your stuff. Helps out All Games. And I want to help them out for real. Because they're like my family. So with that, I will say Xbox One X #1. PlayStation, y'all messing up. Y'all messing up, PlayStation. Sony, y'all messing up. Just wait.